Good morning, Shelley. How are you doing?
I'm well. Congratulations on the book.
Thanks so much.
Story revolves around the man, Ethan Jones. He's an aspiring actor who, like many actors, struggles before he gets that first big break. Tell us a little bit about him first off.
Well, he's a young man. He's about 19, just kind of starting off in university, and he's challenged by not knowing quite what he wants to do and where he needs to go. And the story really progresses from there in the sense of it's a journey of his own self-discovery, and he does that due to overcoming a trauma in his life of a personal tragedy. And what he does is by chasing a dream, or what he thinks is a dream, is it works at overcoming that. It's a thriller. It's a story of love, hardship, persistence, and overwhelming joy.
Some of the story actually you have it happening here at Ottawa. He attends university here in Ottawa.
Well, yes, he does. I find in writing that you write what you know, and I spent 4 years going to Carleton University myself in engineering, so certainly drew from some of that experience, and there's certainly a few of the landmarks in Ottawa that show up in the book.
And tell us a little bit about how, as he's chasing his dream and his decision to become an actor, tell us a little bit about how he starts to go down that path.
Well, I'll explain it by a little bit how the book maybe came about. The story was I was really fascinated by the idea of having a job and one day standing up and saying, I really want to chase my dream, whatever that might be, and in this case, it's acting. It was inspired by going to the movie Titanic, because my wife and I were going back to the movies. At that point in time, our kids were a little older, and I just thought it was a really neat idea. And what I was really fascinated was by what the ups and downs, the roller coaster ride of chasing something like that, the rejection that comes, followed by getting an audition, and trying to really capture the spirit of what that was all about.
It's a bit of a dark journey as well throughout the book.
There's definitely some moments that are darker, and this is what I was trying to capture. Is often we hear of all the highlights and glimmer of Hollywood and all the things of success that are there, but there's so many that have a really, I'll say, almost a treacherous and challenging journey in pursuing that. And I think you do that with any, shall we say, dream that you chase.
You certainly, throughout the book, from what I've read so far, you leave the reader with the sense that they get the sense that they know where they're going with the story, and then there's a twist. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be facing that throughout the book.
Well, this is when I speak of the story of being about overcoming trauma of a personal tragedy by chasing a dream. It's not always as it seems. And it was kind of a challenge in a way, kind of a neat challenge, because I really wanted to be an entertaining read, but at the same time, I wanted to be left with the reader to think about certain parts of the book and what's really happening.
Someone who is important to Ethan in the book is a character by the name of Mila. Tell us a little bit about her.
Well, that starts really in the beginning of the story. As Ethan goes to university, he meets Mila, who quickly becomes the love of his life, and not only because he really loves her and what she's about and what she's doing, but she also introduces him to, I'll say, the creative world of acting and why she's pursuing what she's doing and why he's pursuing what he's doing, and how right he feels of what she's going after and chasing.
And describe the experience when it comes to writing a book like that. You talk about love, but you talk about the dark periods in this book. What happens as a writer when you're going through that?
Well, it's an interesting journey. From when I've written for most of my life, and this is like the first time it's a big coming out even for myself. But one of the things that I found in writing a story like this is that you go through a lot. My concept of writing a book early on was you sat down and you write a book, and I found out much later that it becomes much more like putting the puzzle together. There's pieces that fit back and forth. The original writing, and it has taken a number of years to write this book, was really just the chasing their dream and what they go through and the ups and downs. There's a true love there. But in direct answer to your question, I think that the love for another person also comes connected with the love for what we want to actually do in our lives. And I think to truly be inspired by your dream, you have to truly love what you're doing in order to do that. Because I think it's the only way you can accept the real highs and the real lows that are associated with chasing your dream and what you love to do.
Well, congratulations on The Actor. It's your first published novel, so that must feel very good.
Oh, it's very exciting.
I know you're on a book tour. You're going to be in Ottawa a little later on today, and the book is available in stores now.
Yes, it is. It's also online, so all of the regular onlines like Chapters, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble, and Chapters has it in store across Canada now, which is a really exciting move for it.
Douglas Gardham, thank you very much for your time today, and congratulations.
Thanks so much, Shelley. Thanks for having me on.